detail, or in detail, so we're going to be focusing on position and giving them that understanding of some of the basic techniques. So we start with the opening, so the first motion will be retrieve, round, crossover, lift and back. So if we just come back to that, so the first point when we make our salutation is getting ourselves prepared and ready. So there's there, and then from that point we're going to thrust down, and these hands want to be forward and not in, but actually out of the line of. Alright, so this covers that back straight. Next motion is coming into this low bottom point here, and then they're going to do an overhead strike at this point here. Then draw back, crossover. This is a key. This crossover is a reminder of our centre line. Okay, so this would be what we call cross gun style. If you took an arm out, this would be the gun here. So then from there they'll come into a lift. And this is key as well, because this is always about our centre line, our central position here. This is what we call cross tansal here. Okay, we'll explain that in a second. Then they draw back, and then they prime themselves at the 3 punches. So we bring our left hand out here, and then we're going to fire through 3 punches, circle and back. Now the Hun, what we just saw there, is actually developing strength in the wrist here, and as we come round, we're actually grabbing and elbowing back. This comes right back here, exposing and opening this gate and this line here. So from that, we're going to go into left arm, pushes through. Now it comes through with a guard here, so as it pushes through, it takes that direction of the block, turning into tansal. Now there's the key here, now is the Hun. So slow, steady Hun. And this is important now, so when this is locked in, the Wu sound, you're coming back. Steady. Nothing changes with the body line, it stays there. Elbow low to protect the ribs. This is protecting the mid and high gate there. They're coming to Fuxal, and they're pushing forward, building up the strength, we're just moving it a little bit quicker. Coming in their time, and come through the Hun. This is repeated 3 times. Coming in, pushing in, and out. Okay, on that third and final one, so we're looking at the line, the stance, the grounding and the rooting. So on the final one here, they come right back and they're going to do a pack sail here, and then pushing through, final part, give it a strong thrust, and a Hun and back. And then repeat in the other side. Come through, again, developing strength, flexibility and suppleness in the wrist. The footwork, static, gripped, rooted, and then forgotten about in regards of, and then it's still solid and pushing through. So come out into the tarn, finally pushing forward and down, coming back with the Wu, and then from there, Fuxal, pushing forward and up. To the right height of the tansal, as they circle, drawing back, coming back into their pack sail, and thrusting through, and close. Okay, and then this will set us up for the second half of the form. Okay, so the first half is all about building up strength, positioning, becoming focused on the wrist and elbow points, right, because they're the key areas that we're focusing on, and not letting things stray out. So the next point here now, steady pace we're going to work with, gum sail out, and then repeating on the other side, and then coming behind, fingers in to your own self, and chopping out, back, strike, the finger jab and lift. Open out, circle and back. And from there, pack sail, cross top, drop, side palm. So it's introduced into open hand strikes. You've got the finger jab in there, so he moves from jump, gun, circling back into the Hun, lifting up, lifting tarn. Coming into this cross point. And here he comes into the bong sail. Draw back, mid hit, so we're hitting quite low into the midsection in the sternum point, and then back. And he comes into sweeps. 1, 2, 3, priming punches, finishing with the right. And then closing off, and then inching out top. So, very quickly, we just give you an understanding of what this form is really for. It's about building up the foundation, giving us a deeper grounding in our footwork, our line, our alignment, our positional, of where techniques start and finish, the power that we develop within that time frame that we working with. And then the second half is a little bit more explosive. Although we did it there a little bit slower, it's a little bit more explosive because of things are moving much more direct, but keeping everything compact. So even though we chop here, we're coming out, everything is still tight in when we're coming through the circling. So even when we're here, we're preparing and keeping everything central, compact to drive through. All right. So the form now is getting you to understand a little bit about our application of movements we've been doing and done, and we'll look at them again. But also it's really giving you how we start to refine our techniques, how we keep moving and developing power, position, keeping our line and going from there. Just coming back to this cross point here, when we come in, so if Ricky goes into his cross tarnsal, so we understand here, if I do a tarnsal here and I open that, it doesn't look like a tarn. But when I actually do a 45-degree turn, this would be my point here. So if Richard takes an arm away and turns into a 45 and punches, this will give everybody that's practicing this that position. Whereas if we come back into a square and if we do a turn in our normal position, now we turn 45. Look where the turn ends up. All right, it's too far away. So the idea is this keeps us everything compact where our line should be. And also when we come into this cross point here, it's a reminder of our movements don't really go outside of these boundaries where these are. So when it comes up, there is a reminder of our centre. Again, our movements do not go too far out of these boundaries. They may have to at some point, but it's trying to encourage keeping everything compact. Whatever movement you're doing, is staying within this framework. And draw back, and that gives us a bit of an understanding of the cross going and turn, and also giving an understanding of the centre line awareness, and most importantly, making sure we keep within our boundaries of. That's the basic idea of the Silim-Tel. Okay, right, now we're going to look at our tom kick. Okay, so in the Wing Chun, all our kicks are really designed to come around this line here, the waistline slightly above and down. Alright, so we've done the front thrust, we looked at the low side, and then we're going to look at the tom kick. Again, we're going to train it to come into the rib cage, but it's a kick that's designed to go into the hip. Okay, so the way we execute the tom kick, it has a guard. The guard is a bong sound, upper bong, and the kick is a cross and forward. Right, so the way we're going to do it in 45-degree turn, we're going to do it in arrow, and we're going to do it in triangle, and just give us a general idea how we develop the kick. So it's a close range kick. All right, so when we're turning, when weights on the back, we have to transfer it on the front, and this knee doesn't come across the other shoulder, the opposite shoulder. It comes in the centre, but aiming towards that line. Because if I take it there, my kick's going to finish there. That's a common mistake. So the kick is always going to be finishing in front of me when I'm in the turn position, 45. So my bong is forward, because this is where the aggressor is. And this kick, a transfer, knee up, and then kicking across. We're striking with the heel. So when I'm kicking, I just take the hands back. I'm kicking, knee in. As soon as my knee comes in, I keep it close as I can. Further my knees out, the longer the kick will become. Alright, so it's a cross position. So we're here, leg comes in, so if I use this as a guide point, this is where it's coming, and I'm kicking across. We're kicking a little bit higher, aiming for the rib cage, into the body line. So I'm going to use, very quickly, just give you an idea that we're moving off the side here, and we're kicking that line. Okay, if you look at the foot angle, is the cross. Here is where the leg goes into the hip, or into the bladder. Okay? So, let's have a little look at the kick. So we open out, guard forward, 45, left kick first, ball on the turn, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, relax. Alright, so one of the most important parts of the kicking is that we don't telegraph. That's why the Wing Chun, their kicks are very low, they're not seen. And we've got to understand the basic rule of a kick when executing or landing or trying to land a kick, is that we don't kick as an entry technique, because we don't know the range. So the rule number one is, if I can connect, I can kick. Right, so when you have the reverse, I can do tom, half moon, you got, because I'm connected. I haven't got to physically strike. As long as I can connect, I know I'm in range. Rather from here, it's a guessing game. Why we don't enter with a kick from range until I'm certain. So that's why it's either after we've punched or struck them, the kick won't follow, because this is banging us. Alright? So, no telegraphing, no body popping, just turn, root, keep everything in, and don't lunge. Sit back, back straight. Alright? So the more and more you tell the opponent what you're doing, more chance they're going to, defend it or move. So, left leg forward into arrow. Now, this is from the front leg, so of course, back leg gives more power, but we're looking at efficiency, directness. Again, from the arrow, our foot is already in the right place regarding angle. All we've got to do now is bring his knee up, tight as we can, and thrust it out. Right, let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, thrust it out, 4, 5. Switch sides. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, relax. So if we have a look now, so they can do the basic drill where they attach themselves on the 45. This will give you, so you can go from wrist to wrist, that'll give you more range, or you can go elbow to elbow type of thing. Right, so we just go for the wrist to wrist, just so we can get a bit more. So when Richard starts to travel and comes across, he's aiming for this hip line, rib cage here, and Craig will be doing the same. So one at a time, they're going to come in, and they're going to go for a kick and down. So what you're looking for now is how much body is being disturbed or disrupted. So, and if I can just, as a kick, carry on. Right, so what we'll do is, Richard just gives me his leg. So what we're looking for is this position here and this angle. That it, so, yeah, turn it around. We're coming in that line here, all right? But it's close range. So we're going to be kicking, obviously, when we're in contact with. So keeping it nice and close. So then we'll try the other side. Give the other leg a go. Yeah. So this is a very basic kicking drill you can do with your front thrust, lower side, reverse knee, one down, tongue. Okay, so from there, we're going to move into some self-defense scenarios. So they're going to step in, punch, coming with the tongue kick. Switch it around, so dropping off, side step out of the way, and move on. Now it doesn't matter the direction you're going. Here they're choosing to go on the outside, but obviously it will be much easier, more damaging if they come on the in. And now, and kick. So make sure the guard bong is up, just in case that other hand is going to jab out. So the covering of the upper is very important, because the lower gate is already be tested through the kick. So it's coming inside now, coming across, coming into the bladder region, and coming through. Okay. Okay, we're now going to look at a side step. Okay, so we've covered the turn, a basic stance, a 45-degree turn. We looked at circling step, we looked at arrow walking, and also a triangle. Now we're going to look at a side step. So this is where we're in close quarter point. So we'll have a leg forward to side step. We don't cross that line. If I'm side stepping to my left, I move and then let that move with it. I want to go back, again I don't cross, I move here. I want to go that way again, I move there. I want to go that, move across. So the lead leg should go to the left if I've got my lead leg moving that way, and I follow. And I try to keep that range in the position. So if it's on this line, I'll be moving out, I'm moving back, I'm moving back in. Okay, and once I move to the side, obviously we'll be cutting in, circling in, arrowing to keep contact with the opponent. So the idea is anything that's coming this way, I'm just moving off. Not moving off too far away that I've got to move all the way back in. Okay, just a very short, just enough for the strike to whiz by. Okay, obviously you've got the cover, but here nothing changes, my head is always back for safety reasons. I'm not like trying to lunge in or move in, everything we just do is be very direct and efficient. So if we all push our left leg forward, coming from here, what we're going to do is just get used to the stepping off and stepping back on the count of one. We're all going to move to the left first and then back into where you are now. So goes up, go, and back. That's it. As quick as you can. Strikes are coming on now. Go. 2, 3, 4. Okay, switch sides. We're going to right side now. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we switch back. Now we're going to add something to it. So I'm going to side step and parry, and then I'm going to circle in, side punch, and then back. Right, I'm going to stay on that one side. So I'm side stepping, parrying off, circling in, and side punch. So we're just getting used to the side step with a counter idea. And go! We're going back, nice and quick. 2. And out. Keep your hands up. 3. Stepping off. Back. 4. 5. Okay, switch sides. I'm sure you've got plenty of room. We're going to the side. We're going to pack sails and circle in, side punch. Go! 2. 3. 4. And 5. Okay, relax. Good. So the idea of the side step, obviously evasion. Alright, so it's something coming and moving on. Whether it's a kick or punch or even a lunge, we're just moving ourselves away from that point. Here you can see what's going on. So as the punch comes in, the side step is executed by shifting but maintaining the range. So if I get them, come this way a bit, if I get them to do a bad side step, just to explain if they go too far out of range, now they've got to work all the way back in. They're not being hit, but now it's more work to get in. So everything they're doing here is very efficient, very direct, cutting in, moving on to expose then the outside gate. Okay, and it doesn't matter, they can work on the inside as well. Just we understand the game theories, it's really much more efficient to look at the outside for safety reasons. Okay, so this is just looking at a punch defence, side stepping out of the way, and then covering the arm through. Okay, okay, we're looking on this side, we're looking at the same idea in the forward, but we're looking now on the side step against a kick. As the kick comes, gun is the preferred block here, and then packs out the side punch. So again, the side step to stop them being kicked. Alright, so the first movement, any defence, is the side step, not the block. Getting out of the way first, block is secondary. But it's so well timed that they're together. Okay, so get out of the way, block and cover. Get out of the way, block and cover. That's just blocking and moving in with the attack. So side step, circle in. Okay, what we're going to look at now is our chi sap. So in the previous, we looked at the basic chi sap of the bong, tam, and palm. So this is the idea of the chi sap now is to give you a better understanding about power development, positional, and going through a fixed point here. So everything is fixed. The punch is coming, it's fixed. I'll react to that. Here's a stalemate point, so we're getting prepared for the strike and the block. But it's developing short range because we're not drawing back. Everything is done from a short. When that punch comes, it allows me just to feel it and react to that strike. Okay, so everything is square on. Now with the lap tail chi sap, obviously now we've got a different placement to consider. So this is an overhead punch here, but I'm aiming it at this point here. This is where we're going, but otherwise the bong will be up here. All right, so we're striking through. And then from here, this hand comes and keeps very much prepared by the elbow position. They're going to pull over. As soon as I feel that, I'm going to turn this into a bomb. And this comes in, bang, into that point. Okay, now the key now is as I pull and they turn, is not to let this be over the top. Because now they can slip off and come into your body line. So when I lap, I'm here. So this keeps this position there. It's very difficult now then to slip off. Right? And that's not me grabbing either, because that's a tendency for things to be broken or dislocated. So everything we're doing is keeping just this position. Okay, so then we're building up, then we're going to look at the change. Right? So this is a very basic level also of building up a bit of conditioning where we make our contact on the arm and where we receive our bong, the hit with our bong. And obviously it's telling us how heavy our bongs are, whether they're absorbent, whether they're yielding or whether they're rigid and hard. So it's really about understanding how we start to change. From this point, if I want to change to the other side, as soon as he's touched my hand here, I'll pull. He feels, and now he comes in, and I'll come across. Either one of us can change. And the other thing I don't want to do is this. Even though I kept that line exposing here. So everything we keep is keeping based on our first pull. Right, so the change, anyone can change. All right, and I'm feeling for that change. So we're not, and everything we're doing now is open-eyed, open, not blind. So I'm not trying to look away, I'm watching and observing what the body is doing. Now this one also can be done on a turn here to build up a bit more of a grounding building up our foundation here and then turning. So then now they're feeling for the turn. Now I'm turning. Or I'll come back to square and they felt that because it does change the angle. Okay? The other thing that we can work with is that if I move back, have they felt that? Okay, if I move to my right, they feel that. I move to the left, I feel that. So we maintain our position, our range, and our technique line. Okay, so from here, obviously in the chi sap, we're building up sensitivity, reaction, range, distance, and then building up the flow of technique. So here we have just a couple of entry techniques that you want to consider. The very basic one is a lap tap. Controlling, opening up a gate here or here, all right? And it can come from the same line, here, or it could come from a changing point here or here, okay? So again, this is just looking at it from a boom, and you're moving in. All right, so now, there's a very simple lap here. If I'm pulling lower to open up the gate here, I'm not pulling him into me and then receiving a headbutt or an elbow in. So I'm taking it away to expose and give me maximum safety to open up their gate. The other entry you can look at, very simple, when they're in this hip position here, I parry it off. So let me lapping it off, I parry it off. So as I'm here, I move. I've chopped, they've blocked. Pull it down again, back into the lap sail and punch, or side palm. All right, so there's so many, from here, I could chop. And they're gonna block. So it doesn't matter. So if I'm coming in this line, and I come in with a side punch or a chop, it doesn't matter. I can come now with a pin, and then striking through. The idea of the chi sap is to try to take and keep the advantage, because here, look, he'll block that, I'll move in and cover. So this is all about keeping control. More and more I can offload, keep him busy, less chance that you can throw back. But it does happen. Right? So if I'm here and I do that, he made that. Boom. And then if he's coming from a low shot here, I would have to go and strike through. So it comes then, both parties are working, not just one. Alright, so if I did that and he blocked, he laps me now. Right? And he comes in with a high shot, same thing. Block, hit, move. And that's why it's so important to watch, observe. Alright? Later on, we can look at blindfold and so on, but this is really about what we're observing in regards to where they are, what they're doing. Are they collapsing in? If I do that, they start collapsing. When we feel that, and they move into a different type, lock, control. Everything we're doing is going through. We're here, we look at a line. If the punch is bouncing me back off, means the power is coming back to me. I need the power to go in. Alright, so if I'm here, you're driving through, you're looking at the centre line idea, not wild and nor scuffing. So scuff, you're going to hit something and damage your knuckles with the cuts and burns on them. So we penetrate. Here, side punch. And with the side punch, we hit here, avoid that. If I hit flat, I'm going to break these bones here. So we definitely got to get this motion going. Same with a chop. Okay, we're looking at penetrating, building power, keeping things range according to what you're trying to develop. And turning. This will encourage me not to turn and punch over there, turn and punch in forward. If I'm moving in, if I'm learning to try and get my range with my side step and everything else, keeping tight, keeping focused on. So with the sandbag training, first and foremost is trying to understand what we're trying to condition. All right, so if we're punching, we're trying to look at these three knuckles at the bottom. Also correct closure of the fist, leaving no air in that point of impact. So whether we're hitting this or hitting here, it's a solid unit. Okay. Next thing is it doesn't restrict it just to punches, arrow punch or side punch. You've got chops, you've got palms, you've got side palm, you've got overhead punch, you've got your centre line punch, and then you also got your kicks, whether it's a front thrust here, whether you're looking at a con kick here, whether you're sort of looking at reverse knee, this is slightly lower, you've got various kicks you can work with. So sandbag, we're looking at the power, range, and the penetrative point of it. So we're not hitting or drawing back with the surface. Everything we're doing is going through. We're here, we look at a line. If the punch is bouncing me back off, means the power is coming back to me. I need the power to go in. Alright, so if I'm here, you're driving through, you're looking at the centre line idea, not wild and nor scuffing. So scuff, you're going to hit something and damage your knuckles with the cuts and burns on them. So we penetrate. Here, side punch. And with the side punch, we hit here, avoid that. If I hit flat, I'm going to break these bones here. So we definitely got to get this motion going. Same with a chop. Okay, we're looking at penetrating, building power, keeping things range according to what you're trying to develop. And turning. This will encourage me not to turn and punch over there, turn and punch in forward. If I'm moving in, if I'm learning to try and get my range with my side step and everything else, keeping tight. We're now going to look at the centre line punch, side punch, and the overhead punch. So these are like combination of punches. Now when we talk about combination, not always, they follow something, all right? So they come from ball, over, flat, then chain through. So is that combined idea, all right? So something like ball, lap, side punch, flat, double punch. So that combination then has become of those punches, whether it's a side and then followed with arrow, whether it's over, followed with arrow or side. The idea is to maintain a flow, power, accuracy, width. So let's have a look at just the strikes first. So we'll go from full stance. We look at that punch just to get elbows and the elbows formed up. So we'll go double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Now we're going to look at the side punch. All right, we're going to do it on the turn, but forward. Okay, so it's coming forward. Left side first on the turn. 1, 2, 3. 7 out. 4. 7 out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. Relax that. Now we're going to look at the overhead punch. All right, so rather than just throwing this out, we're going to get you to perform it from a bomb. This will give us the position and then coming over. Again, like the side punch, this wrist has to be broken into this position here. So we avoid contact with the bones and then also to generate power. Because our power is not swinging, it's a flick. All right, that flick is coming with a downward motion of the body and hitting out. With a bomb, elbow controls, then I'm doing that motion. Bomb and hit. Now, don't extend. It's done from a short point. Bang. Right on the bridge, socket, jaw, wherever it makes contact. Ideal point will be the bridge. So we're going to go on tail and hit. Bomb, lap, hit. Okay, fill up from our chin stand. Left bomb first, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, relax. Shake out. Alright, let's go from bomb, hit, turn, here, and punch. So we're going to bomb, hit, turn, and punch. So we're going to combine the bomb with the overhead and 45-degree turn, Wusa punch. Ready? Left bomb first, go! 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 sides. 1, 2. Give everything in. 3. Give everything back. 4, 5. Okay, so now you can see now that you're combining the various strikes. So look at the side punch here. There's a ball absorbed with a bomb lap and then chasing through. Alright, so there you can see he's aiming at the chest because we don't want to hit the face. Alright, so side punch and then arrow punching through. And then this could be done from many different ways. You know, they can look at different ways of doing it or receiving it from the same side. There he goes. So from there he's done a bomb sail with a pack sail, side punch and then chasing through. Alright, okay, now we're going to look at our double hand chisa. Okay, now Wing Chun is known through the time of this exercise to develop certain skill set, reaction, the sensitivity, feeling, connecting, grounding, and then developing a flow with any attack that's coming your way. But they all have a starting point. So we have a very basic one where we're learning basic strike and reacting there. And then we've got our bong and working with the bong, tan and palm and their jamming, punching. And then we've gone into lap sail, which is an ongoing thing, developing more and more striking entry technique. And then we have our double hand stick. Now with this is where both hands are clinging and sticking. All right, so there's a ready point, there's a basic point that we go into. So we open out here, and then we look at our range. So I don't want to be too far away, but I don't want to be too close either. All right, this is a common mistake with G-Sail, thinking it's all about bashing them up. It's really about understanding how your art functions under a certain condition, and also all that you have trained and practiced, you're putting it to a certain test when it becomes a bit more freestyle. So here, let's just take one arm. So Richard's decided he's going to go into the bomb. I'll go into the futsal. So here's a futsal disposition. So he comes into the low tiny here, I'm going to call it that. And this is my futsal again. Right, not like so, but just clinging and sticking in. There's no real pressure, but I'm clinging. I don't want to be loose and open where things can be exploited in. So I'm keeping things reasonably tight and clinging. So he'll go into the lift. I'll here. He comes in the drop, I'll follow. So easy just to follow. Boom, boom. That's all I'm doing. All right, and then I'll switch. He will come into this point here, and I'll do this. Okay? And that is that part. That's one arm. Now, he's in the futsal. He needs to go into the futsal. I now need to go into the futsal. Now we feel here. What we mustn't do is this. This hand here, this channel, you want to keep not open, but you want to keep this free. Right? Because if I try to close this, and now this channel's open, I want it here. So I'm working either side of his line, this channel line here, I don't cross it, I keep it here. Same, he does the same. If there's any crossing motion going on, this is exposure then of their gate. So now with this rolling futsal, we're just feeling. We're feeling. So I'm going up, down. He's doing the same, we're feeling. And you can hear Luke slap. Okay, that means I'm connecting and keeping things relaxed. And then there's a change. Now the change is the same. One changes, the other must follow. If I change and they don't change, then there's two hands on top or two hands on the bottom. There's no vantage point unless you take it. Right? So the idea is to become sensitive enough to pick up. So let's go back. I'm here and there. Okay, if I want to change, I'll hun without leaving, he'll hun without leaving. Now we're here. Right, so if I leave, I will be receiving some information telling me I have left. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I clean. It's what it's called, cleaning. Sticky hands. All right, this teaching us about a route. We change and so on. But the key now is not to drive buses. You know, no certain way. Keep everything very compact, but soft and light and heavy. All those sort of energies are coming in. Going forward, staying there and through. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And don't make it a shoulder movement. Don't make it a shoulder movement. You've got to make it just the arm, dropping back and forth. Alright? Then from here, we're going to have what we call push and pull. Now we're not talking about like this sort of push here, not at this point. We need to stay and maintain a certain contact. So my push is coming from my bong. His push is coming from the same. And I feel. And if I was going to pull, I'm not doing this type of pull, I'm pulling with my tongue. Okay, so I'm pulling with this idea. Alright, so he'll do the same, and as he pulls, I'm just feeling. I'm not looking for gaps, feeling for gaps. We're looking at a simple exercise to see how our body responds being pushed, pulled, moved around without losing contact. So the idea is contact. Because if I leave, something will be happening. So I'll keep my wits and everything around, and I'm feeling, but I'm watching also. Alright? The eyes are not the most important because they're not as fast as the hands. But when I've got contact, I can feel it. So if Richard decided to leave, I can feel it. I need to look. I can feel it's gone. Alright? But I will be looking. I won't be thinking, oh, shut my eyes and do. I'm looking. I'm watching. I'm feeling. And keep everything nice and soft and light. The bongs are coming here. Right? So the questions are being asked for my bong to see what this futsal is doing. When he drops, to here. That's there. Alright, so we're going to do the push, we're going to do the pull, and then just get a flow of changing, and changing. When one gets tired, we switch, we're pulling, pushing, coming in, whoa, and over there, coming back, and keeping nice and relaxed with never lose shape. The one thing you choose out when you come back, never lose the shape. Once we lose that, we lose our position. Once we lose that, we're losing our power. Power comes because we keep our shape. So again, very basic intro. Looking, you need a partner. Can't do this on your own. You need a partner. So when you get in, connect with them, just go through this simple motion.